let's look at what we did so far yesterday. We're on index, right? Index, yeah. And then we have our Topbar class, and then inside the Topbar class we have Topbar left and Topbar right. And our Topbar, we were able to make it. Look at it here. Our Topbar, we were able to make it to display flex. I would say flex direction should be row. You know what a row is? A row is that horizontal display. If I said display flex direction column, it would have gone vertical, but I said it should go row. Okay, and then we did top bar right. We say margin top should be 5 pixels, margin right should be 0, margin bottom should be 0, and then we say margin left should be 650 pixels for the top bar right. And that's what we're having here. This is top bar right. So the margin, we say margin is 650, which means from here to this point is 650 pixels. Okay, that's what we did. And then we also said margin left, top bar left, margin top is 5 pixels, right is 0 pixel, bottom is 0 pixel, and then we have 150 pixel for the left, and that's what we have here. This is margin left now. So this from here to here is 150 pixel. For example, if I go and make it something like let's say 350 pixel, okay, and refresh, you see it has moved again. Okay, so let's take it back to our 150. I just did that to show you something. So let's take it back to our 150 pixel and see what it looks like. So that's 150 pixels. So this top here is 5 pixels. Top here is 5 pixels. Then we went ahead to put up also a nav bar. I can decide, you know, I gave this navbar a class, div class navbar. I can decide not to even make it a div. I just say it's a nav. Because a nav is an element. So if I declare nav in CSS, the system will still understand it. Okay? What I mean by that is that I can come here and say, for example, what we've done here, I can remove this class. Okay? The whole of this and make it a nav. Okay? And then also close the nav here. Nav is an element. The system understands it. Okay. So the whole of this is a nav. I can also call here logo. If I want, I just say okay, div class logo. Sorry. I say div class is logo. So class is logo. Okay, so that class, this place is the logo, and the div class, that the class of this div is logo. Okay, so now we have done, we made this thing a nav. Okay, I have to go and change it in our CSS. So we'll go to our CSS for nav. I'll just say here nav. Okay, background should be white. The whole of this place, background is white, Abi. The whole of this place is white. So let me show you. If I come here and say nav, the color should be green, so that you understand what I've just done. But if I refresh, can you see the color of the navigational bar or the menu is green? Okay. So our nav is this color, but what I want is white. Okay, it should be white. And the width, ensure that you make the width 100%. I told you about 100% yesterday. 100% means that it doesn't matter what screen it is, it will fit properly. So I say 100%. Okay. So we go back again and refresh. Our nav bar now is 100%. If you look at this top bar, it's also 100%. That's why it's fitted here. It's fitted here. Okay. So that is our I can also say that maybe I'll say the height should be 80 pixels. Height should be 80 80 pixels. Okay. So the height of our navigational bar is 80 pixels, even though you're not seeing it because the background is white. Then look at what I'm going to do again. So since we have made this in nav now, that means we want to remove this nav button. Just say nav only. Nav, that's the on other list inside nav. On other list inside nav, say should if I remove this thing here. Let me remove this, all these ones, so that you can flow. So let's say nav on other list, I just give it a margin left of maybe 30 pixels. Just watch. So that's the 30 pixels here. So the space from left, this is left, from here to here is left. So the space is 30 pixels. That's what you're seeing. The bullets are showing now again. Okay? But I want to remove the bullet. So I come here and say list, right? Style type is equal to none. Okay? When we refresh, you see that the margin has gone off again, right? But it doesn't have any bullets again. Let me make you see it. Let me take it back to margin left, something like maybe 30. Margin left 30, so that you see what I've done. Okay, margin left 30. See, it doesn't have any bullets again because I use the CSS list style type none. If I say list type disk, just watch. It's another type as well. Look at what it gives to me. It's almost like bullets as well. Okay, there are a lot of them. Let me just show you something. If I remove this and say list type, okay, if I press enter, to give me a list of different list types. If I say square, it will give me something like square. I have a circle. Let's say circle and see what happens here. Can you see? It's a circle. All right, it's bullets, but it's just small circles without background. Have you seen it now? What about if I say square? I say square. It will give me a square. That's a square now, right? Okay. So, but I don't want to have any list style because this is, I say none. So if I refresh it, it's none, it's gone. So I'll now come here and say float, because I want my menu to be on the right part of the work. So I say float, I'll say right. Okay. Now it is floating right side of the page. This is what we're trying to achieve at the end of the day. This height here, from here to here, is 80 pixels. Okay, that's the height. Okay. Now the menu is, the nav bar is white color. Is white color. Okay. So let's try to do what we have here. Let's try to do what we have here. So our menu is floating so to the right. Okay, but it's too close. It's too close to our own. Our own is too close to the right, the extreme right, Abi. So we can do something about it. You can just come here and say maybe margin right now instead of margin left. Say margin right. Okay. Maybe make it something like maybe let's say 200 pixels and see what it looks like. Okay. Can you see where it has gone now? All right. This is 200 pixels. Okay, but what we want to achieve is that the menu will be like, you know, this one is floating right actually, but the menu is listed horizontally. Okay, horizontally, but our own is not horizontal, it's actually vertical. So what do I do to make it to list horizontally? I'll just come here, okay, and say, remember, we have declared what we want to see for the another list, but we want to declare what we want to see in the lists that are inside the another list. So we say nav ul li. That's the list that are inside another list. What do we want it to do? We say open curly braces and close curly braces, and then we come here and say display. I say inline block. Let's see what happens here. Can you see now? If we go to index.html, okay, you can see we have on other lists, I will have lists inside them. Okay, have you seen that now?
Yes.
Have you seen it? Home, about, services, contact, request, echo. These are all the lists under. So we have specified what we wanted to see for the on other list. We say for the on other list, okay, that it should float right, and of course the margin right should be 200 pixels, and then the style should be none. Okay, so we say for the nav on other the list under the on other list under the nav here should be inline block. But if you look at my own, there are spaces. There are spaces here. There are spaces here. There's even a bigger space this way. Okay, what do we do to get that done? What do we do? So here we are still able to do that still under the on other list. So I can come here and say margin right. Let's see what happens here. I say margin right. Maybe sometimes 20 pixels. Let's see what happens. Now, so here is 20 pixels, here is 20 pixels, here is 20 pixels, and here is also 20 pixels. That's how we did that. So we're on course. So let's see what we can do more. We can, if you look at my own has a different, the text are all in capital letter, and then it's black in color, and of course, hovering on this thing, it's changing to blue. It's showing this. But if I hover on this one, can you see a different effect here? A different effect. The entire thing is blue, and the text itself becomes white when I hover. So I'm going to do all those things now before we now review our work. So we'll come here, and also our text here, they are all in capital letter. Okay, so let's come and say, you say nav ul li. Okay, if you say maybe the color should be black. The hash color code for black is hash 0000000. That's black. So we'll go to our dictionary refresh. Now it's black. Is it not true? And then we can say text transform, no, uppercase. Okay, and you save it. Now if we refresh, can you see all of them are now in capital letter? But this one in my own is not in capital letter, so we can also achieve that letter. Okay, so but everything now by default is not capital letter. Yesterday I taught you how to pick a color from something. I taught you about this Colorzilla. I don't know if you remember. I told you Colorzilla is actually an extension. It's an extension that you can add in your browser that you can use to copy colors from an already existing site. Now, apart from this Colorzilla, there's another thing also I added in my browser here, which is an extension that helps me to. Because I always love to look at other people's sites. If there's anything that's beautiful in it, I'll copy it. I just copy maybe the font they're using. Look at this now. The font that we have here is not the same with the font I have in my own. Okay? So what I usually do is that I have this extension that is called What Fonts. Can you see? Extension is called What Fonts. Please, let's make notes. Notes are good because you use it for future references. Let's open our tutorial notes. So ColorZilla. First of all, let's write ColorZilla. ColorZilla, an extension that can help you copy colors from elements on an existing website. We also have WordFont. WordFont, an extension to copy text formats and colors from an existing website. Okay, so how do you get these extensions? Like me, I added in my own. If you go to google.com, just say ColorZilla. Okay. Once you go and download it, okay, that's ColorZilla here. Can I ColorZilla download ColorZilla extension, please? Once you do it, you can now down. I don't want to go because I already have it in my own now, so you can download it if you don't have. But I have it in my own. Okay, you can see if you download here, you can just click any link and download it and use it. So it helps you to copy a color. It helps you to copy a color from elements, maybe a bar and others of them. Okay. Then we have WordFont. WordFont is the one that helps me to copy a font from a different site. So if I go to this my site now, if I click on WordFont, so now that we have done something, we have been able to change the margin between the menu items. Okay. Now this one also is not supposed to be calculated the way it is. We will do something about it just now. So if you look at this one, when you hover, it's supposed to change to blue. This one is not changing to blue yet. So what I'm going to do, I'll come here and say all the font, all the text in the list, I'll change them, make them a link. So I'll just say cursor, I'll say pointer. I want to change it to a hand anytime that you move your mouse to it. Okay, so I'll do this. So if I come to basically now, it's changed to a hand now because I used pointer. That's cursor is equal to pointer. So it now changes to a hand as though it's a link. Can you see? If I come here, it's not a hand. If I come here, it's a hand. Just something like that. So let's try more things to do here. Then of course, in our index.html, okay, these things are not links yet. They are not links yet. So I want to make them a link. So I can come here. Example, say href, okay, and close it. Carry the end of, just carry this and bring it here. Okay, let me just say it should go to nowhere. You know, if you put hash sign, they are saying it should go to nowhere. Okay, so let's review, let's refresh this. Can you see? This takes to nowhere. Doesn't go anywhere because I put hash sign to it. Now look at what happened here. This is a link. But this one now is not a link yet. Have you seen it? So it's not a link. If you look at this part of the screen, just watch here. When I come here, it will change. It will give me something there. Can you see? localhost/bootcamp/ hash sign, which means go nowhere. Okay. Then I have about. I have services. Okay. Can you see this one? About is not showing anything because it doesn't go anywhere. Service is also not showing anything because it's not going anywhere. The same thing with this. Okay, but this one is giving me something because it takes me to the index. What about if I come here and say it should take me to something like HTTPS www. Okay, I don't even to put that. Just say CNN.com and I'll save. So let's see. So I go back again. Now, if you refresh, what I was doing now, I want to make this one now, this particular home button to take us to CNN.com. So I've done that. If you refresh, which I'll refresh it now. So over here, it's telling me that look at the bottom part of here. Just watch here. So I move my mouse to home. It's saying https://CNN.com. So when I click on it, it takes me to CNN.com. All right. So can you see it now? So this particular home button is now a link that takes us to CNN. But I just want to use that to show you something. So I'll come back here and remove it. Let's not take us to anywhere. Maybe we should just say it should take us to index.html, which is still the home page. Index.html. Now see how I did this thing. See how I did it. I can also copy the whole of this. What I want to do is that, remember I wrote this ahref before the list itself. Okay. What I want to do now, I want to carry this, the whole of this, and put things in between here, and also take this and put it here. Meaning the link is inside the list itself. It didn't. That of course when it was outside here, it was going to still work. Now it will still work this way. So let me save and look at. Let's see what it looks like in our browser. Now, can you see where it's looking now? Because a link is supposed to, once you make something a link, by default, it's supposed to change to blue color and have an underline. But because I had to put the anchor tag here before the li, it wasn't changing the color to this, and that what the way it's supposed to be is this way. Which means if I click on it, also we'll go to CNN. Even though the first one worked, but the right way is supposed to be by writing the li, then you now type the anchor tag, type the anchor text, and then have the close of the anchor tag. Okay. Then before now, I had to put the anchor tag first before the li, which actually worked. But this is the right way to do it. So you see, it's taking us to CNN now, as we have clicked. So I don't want to go to CNN. Just let's refresh it and come back to our. Let's come back to our work. So I said by default, once you make a text an anchor or a link, it changes to blue color and is underlined by default. Okay. So if I'm able to do that, we say this index should still keep us on the home page, which is index.html. Okay. Then I need to also do the same for these other links. Put this here, put this here, put this here, and put this here. Then I'll select this and paste here. Select this and paste here. Index. Okay, this one should go to about.html. This one should go to services.html. This one should go to contact.html. This one should go to quote.html. Okay, quotes, sorry. So these are the links that we have. Okay, so if you go to this, you see that all of them have become links. Can you see? Can you see? So I told you by default a link. Once a text is made a link by default, it changes to color blue and it's underlined by default. Okay, but if you see my own, they are black, all right, and they are not underlined. Okay, so what do we do? Since we have made the links here all the li here links, so we'll have to use CSS now to remove the underline and also change the color back to black. So all we now need to do is to go to our CSS. Okay, we'll say nav ULLIA. Okay, every anchor tag for the navigational bar that is under the other list and is a list should A there means anchor. Okay, this A here. So it means every anchor in the list should be, say, color should be black, which is hash 000000. Okay, then if you go and refresh, you see that they have turned, let me see, they have turned black. Obviously they are all black now, but they are still underlined. So I'll go back to CSS and say text decoration none. Okay, text decoration none. So if you go and refresh, you see that the underline is gone. So when you hover on my own, it changes to color blue. Look at this. Then when I do it to my own, it doesn't change color. What do I do? We talked about pseudo class. So I'll say nav ULLIA colon hover. So the colon hover here is a pseudo class. Yeah. So pseudo class, curly brace open and close. So I'm telling the browser, anytime that you hover on the anchor inside this list, okay, you should do something. Like I say, color should be color blue. All right. So if you go and check, if I hover here, can you see now it's changing to blue. I want it that anytime that I hover, it should be underlined. Okay, so what I'll now do, as well as it's turning the color to blue, I want it to also underline. So I say on hover, all right, I will say text decoration, I'll say underline. Text decoration underline. So if I go and hover here, can you see? It's now underlined. But I don't want that. So I can say on hover, even change the background. Look at it. On hover, give me a background. Background of yellow on hover. So if I hover here, can you see? Can you see? So when it hovers, it's giving me yellow color with blue, yellow color background with blue color of the text. But I want it to be on hover. Let it turn to white. That's as in the text color. So I come here and change it to white. Okay. On hover. So when I hover it now, it's yellow and it's white. That the background is yellow. But that is also not big. So I can say on hover, alright, padding, let's just take a padding of maybe something like 10 pixels. Alright, let's see. On hover, we have a padding of 10 pixels. Can you see it now? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see that now? Can you see? So if you want to do all those things, you can add all those things if you want to. But usually I don't want to do that. So you can remove it. So I can move from here to here. So on hover, it should be blue color. Let's say, or let me say on hover, give me the color. I want to take the color of that top bar. So when you hover, it should give me the color of that top bar. So that's the color here. I'll copy it and come and paste it here. So on hover, remember, anytime you say color, color means the color of the text. You say background, background means the background of the element or text or something. So this is the color we're going to be using for the text. Now, anytime we hover, okay. All right. So let's see. Can you see now? It's giving us that kind of blue. It's not also very sharp because the blue and here, okay, it's not very sharp. It's not that. So I'll make it normal blue. I can come here and use this thing to move and get a lighter blue. Okay. All right. Let's see what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Refresh. But however, you can use ColorZilla to copy the color. I go on that side and see the color that I have there is fine. If I like the color I saw in that website, I can copy it using ColorZilla. So I come to the website and I see the text that is there is fine. I can copy it using Word fonts. Can you see now? My mouse has changed with something. Can you see what I'm having with the mouse? So you can see now I have the Word font tool. The what I want to do is to use the Word fonts to check what is the font that is here. If I click on this home now, can you see? It's telling me that the font family is Poppins Sans Serif and the font size is 17 pixel. Line height is 80 pixel. Okay. The color is this color now is giving me the hover color. So I can copy this color now and put it inside here. That is the hover color. So that it gives me a better hover color in my, let's see our browser. If I hover now, it gives me a better hover color. Can you see now? Okay. But what I want to do now is that I like to change the size of my font to 17. So I can come here and say the font size. Font size. Font size 17 pixel. Okay. Weight. Font weight is 700. So I come here and say font weight. Font weight is 700. Okay. Can you see now? See how thick it is now. Okay, 700. What else do we have there? Okay, I don't. This color is the color of hover. Why this color came is because when I moved to the item, it changed to the color of the hover. So that's why I'm picking this color. The color that it has there is black. Okay. Now what about the font family? It says Poppins. This Poppins font is a Google font. It's not always available in Visual Studio Code. Well, I will show you how to get Google fonts and how to put it on your site. Okay. So right now I'll just use only sans serif. Okay. I'll say font family. Font family. I'll use sans serif. Okay. And save it. Go and refresh and see what it looks like. That's sans serif now. Okay. See, it's almost like our own font here. But this one is using Poppins as well. Poppins is a Google font. We'll get that later. In our own, it has a different margin and it has a different attribute here. When I hover, it gives me blue. So what do? I'll come to this our index.html, okay, and give this particular link a different class. So I come here and say class of another style. You can call it anything. You can call it your own name, whatever you like to call it. So class of another style. So I will come here, select this particular class, come to CSS, and then maybe I will declare the class. I will declare it. So to declare a class, you first of all put dot the name of that class, then open curly brace and close, and we say what is the we say margin left. Let me give you the margin left. This margin left now, all right, is the margin between this contact here, and this. So if I put a margin here to shoot this one a little from this contact, so I say margin left, maybe something like a 30 pixel. Let's see what it looks like. Can you see now? So let me increase more. 30 pixel. 35. Then I also do something else. I say border. Let's have a border. Maybe 2 pixel solid, and the color should be this. The color should be this. So I'll paste it there. Let's refresh and see. Have you seen it now? Have you seen what is happening? So I also will give it a border radius. Border radius is the curves around the edges. So I say border radius of maybe something like 10 pixels. Let's see what it looks like. Have you seen it now? It has curves at the edges here. Okay. Now you see it is too close here. But it's not close here. So I can come here and say padding for everything. Let me say, if I say padding 5 pixel, it will give 5 pixel to. Have you seen it now? Have you seen it? So padding is 5 pixel. Okay. See this. See how tight it is here. The paddings are the same. So I make it padding of 10 or 15. It's too much. Okay, let me do something like padding 10 pixel here, top 10 pixel, right 10 pixel, so 10 pixel. Let's see something. They're all 10 pixels. Why? Okay. I think I know the challenge here now. Let's say 10 pixels. You see, and then I'll say, remember we have line height here. So I bring this line height. Instead of 50, let me see. Instead of 50, let me make it 20. Ooh, that is the trouble we had before. Okay, so you see the way it's looking now. We are getting close to what we have here. Okay, but the text color is different also. So the text color is this as well. So to declare, I said the another style A. The A for another style should be this color. Okay. There's it now. If I hover this one, something happens. It changes the color to white and the background color to W. So what we need to do is to come here and say another style hover. Okay. So I go and do this. It should work. Another style A. Let me see. And one thing about web design as well is that once you have designed the work, you have designed them, you can keep it for yourself. You cannot easily reuse them in another site. Okay, so that is what I did to be able to have to give this one a different style from these other ones. You see now on hover. So that is how it is. Then my logo there has a different design. Look at the logo here. So okay, so I can come here instead of saying this. I'll just put an image. Just put image tag. Okay, something like img source. Okay, and then I'll get the name of that image and put it here. Okay, let's see something. This image now. Okay, let's say that's our logo, daddy.jpg. So I just come here and say that our logo is daddy.jpg. But you can create your own logo by yourself using a graphics program like CorelDRAW. Okay, the other logo applications you can also get online. So this image is so big. What I'll just do img. See the logo here. It's too small, sure. So I can let's make it something like a 30 pixel by 30 pixel. Have you seen that? That's our logo now. Let's say 40. That's how to do your logo. Okay. Let's say that you have a logo that you have already designed. You can just then you make it 80. 80 can be bigger a little. Let's see. Okay, 80 is fine. 80 is fine. Okay. So if I say margin top, something like let me see. I know it will cause a lot of problem. I should have done this before. Okay. Let me see. Take it down a little again. All right. So you see, it's affecting even the menu. Affecting the menu. So I can also do something to take back the menu up. Okay. So for this, let me say I'll just make it margin. Top margin is 40. Right margin 0. Okay. Sorry. Top margin is 40. 0. Bottom 0. Left can be something like 20 pixels. Let's see. I will close. Okay, so that is it now. So, when you notice it has taken down my another list. So I can come here and say this is margin right for my on other lists. Okay, this is margin right is 200 pixels. So let me make it something like top margin. I say 10 pixels. Okay, right is 200. Bottom is 0, and this is 0 as well. Just let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Okay. No. Right is 10 top. Okay. Margin everything. Okay. Margin. Okay. Yeah. So can you sit down? So now that this has happened, look, I want to make sure that this part is together with the logo in the same place. So I'll say that the top margin should be 10. Let me make it, instead of 10, I'll say minus, let's say minus 20. Minus, instead of bringing it down, we'll take it up. Have you seen that? Let's say minus 40. Okay? Maybe minus 60 will be okay. Have you seen that now? So they are all in the same height. If I also go back and say make it even minus 80. Okay, beautiful. Okay, So you see how to do, that's it, our logo now. This is the menu links.